Football governance has long focused on labor and employment rights. However, as we look toward 2031, a new governance fight is emerging: data rights, AI rights, and biometric accountability. Once players are established as employees, the next critical question is, what rights do they have over the data that determines their value? For the past decade, football governance centered on player welfare, transfer systems, and employment rights. While the FIFA-FIFPRO agreement was a major milestone for labor standards, it highlights a new, unanswered question. The narrative is shifting from a focus on labor to the next frontier: data. As football becomes increasingly data-driven, a fundamental challenge emerges regarding ownership. The core question is, what rights do players actually hold over the data that dictates their career value? This includes control over access, auditing, correction, portability, and the financial benefits derived from their personal information. Why does this matter now? The 2026 World Cup serves as a critical inflection point where physical sport and digital infrastructure merge. This is not just incremental change, it is a structural transformation. The sport is becoming inseparable from its data, necessitating systematic reforms to address this new digital reality. Athletes are increasingly treated as data nodes. Wearable devices continuously capture biometric signals and performance metrics, which are then analyzed by AI to determine potential. In this automated ecosystem, data is aggregated, analyzed, ranked, and monetized, often without the athlete having a say in the process. There is a clear governance gap as we transition from labor rights to data rights. Currently, prediction markets and sports data providers leverage player data for massive financial gain, yet there are no mechanisms for player audits or oversight. This unregulated flow of information highlights the urgent need for new standards. The FIFA-FIFPRO agreement acts as a vital bridge, normalizing the athlete's voice in governance. By establishing this precedent, it sets the stage for the next essential conversation: data ownership. When players have a seat at the table, they will inevitably address questions regarding their biometric profiles, AI scouting accuracy, and digital identity. Currently, a comprehensive data rights framework for football is missing. A patchwork of commercial agreements exists without player representation. We lack standards for informed consent, transparency, audit trails, and data portability. There are also no restrictions on the sale of biometric data or its use in prediction markets. This framing of data rights attracts a diverse audience. Agents see a new category for negotiation, while academics, lawyers, and unions see research agendas, practice areas, and mandates. Scouts recognize the value of transparency, and policymakers see the need for a regulatory framework. Our shared goal is to create an industry standard. To move forward, we must focus on three core principles: the right to know, the right to correct, and the right to portability. Athletes deserve transparency regarding data collection, the ability to ensure AI-driven valuations are accurate, and ownership over their digital identity and performance history, without being locked into specific platforms. The conversation is only beginning. While the FIFA-FIFPRO agreement solved labor representation, the next phase of evolution must address data control. As the 2026 World Cup approaches, we must recognize that this is a logical progression. The question is not if the technology is useful, but who controls its application. To summarize, between 2020 and 2026, the fight was for representation. Looking to 2031, the fight will be for control of the data that determines player value. The technology already exists, but the governance framework does not. It is time to ensure that athletes have rights over their own digital identities.